How's it going, everybody? It's Ryan with On This Day in MMA. Hope everybody had a great Tuesday. And so, saw a couple of videos about the Francis Ngannou versus Tyson Fury fight that's this weekend. And I had actually forgot that it was even on this weekend. It's just like kind of creeped up so quick. We had all the other stuff happening with the Dylan Dennis fight and Paul, and then UFC 294 just happened, which was an amazing card. A lot of people honestly have been saying like it wasn't really all that great of a card. It was disappointing. It didn't really mean anything, this and that. I thought it was great, honestly. The co-main and the main event were like spectacular. It was a great fight with Usman and Chimaev, and then the wonderful head kick KO by Islam. So I thought it was a win for the UFC, for the fans, for everybody. I thought it was a great card. So, I don't know. I guess they're looking at it the way things kind of played out with who gets this and what, and the title shot and all that, which that'll all get worked out, like it always does. But I thought it was a great card. But so we're past all that now, and then I did see they got the Fury and Ngannou fight coming up Saturday, so that's cool. I'll check that out. There's no belt on the line or no number one contender or nothing like that. It really doesn't mean anything. It's solely for just entertainment purposes. But man, fair play to Francis Ngannou for going through what he went through in his life. And if you haven't seen or checked out anything about his history and his past and how he got here and got into the position that he's in now, he really, really has an awesome story. It's worth looking into and checking out. He went through so much early on in his life, man, and to be in the position that he's in right now is truly just a miracle, really. I mean, for everything that guy's been through. So yeah, fair play to him for sure. And I don't know. I think the fight's probably going to end up playing out a lot like the McGregor or Mayweather fight did. I could see Fury coming in there and kind of maybe toying with him a little bit, kind of seeing, feeling him out for a few rounds, maybe even carrying him for a few rounds, because the MMA striking and the boxing striking is two totally different things. And Francis, when he's in there, he looks kind of stiff, like he's powerful, he's big, he's massive. And like when he was fighting Stipe, he was throwing them big thunderous leg kicks and stuff, but he looks real kind of like stiff, and he tries to kind of be a little light on his feet, but he's such a massive human being. It's unbelievable, but Fury's 4-0. He's going against some of the biggest punchers in the heavyweight division, and they're all heavyweights. They say, oh, he can knock him out and stuff. Any heavyweight, if they land, you're going to get knocked out if they catch you clean. So, I mean, he's been in there with nothing but heavyweights and has never been knocked out. Been knocked down, but never been knocked out. Actually, I think he's been only knocked down, I think, twice in his whole career, Fury. So, I could see it playing out something like that Mayweather-McGregor fight, maybe keeping it a little close for the first few rounds and this and that, and Tyson in there kind of maybe, I could see him light on his feet, kind of dancing around, throwing the jab, throwing the 1-2, and Francis just kind of like, just sitting there, kind of bouncing up and down, just stiff, just waiting to unload that big right. So, it ought to be cool, for entertainment purposes and stuff. I'll definitely probably check it out. But I do see Fury probably either getting a late stoppage or winning the decision. I think that's probably how it's going to go down. I don't believe Francis is going to be able to hang with him on a technical boxing kind of standpoint. I think Fury is probably going to use some old tricks and keep his distance and, use the jab. I could see him using his jab a whole lot in that fight and, making it interesting, I guess, for the first few rounds. And then as the fight progresses on, I could see him starting to pick up the pace a little bit, starting to land a little more. And like I said, I can either see him having a late TKO, KO, probably not a KO, but maybe a TKO, a stoppage or something like that, or he could win a decision, a points decision. And I don't know how. I think it's 10 rounds. I want to say. I'm pretty sure it's 10 rounds, and it's in Saudi Arabia, so it's over there. But it's interesting for sure. And then I think Fury has that boxing fight with Usyk after that, I think, and was it after the first of the year sometime or something? They've already kind of, so this is almost like, I'd hate to say like a warm-up or a tune-up fight for him, but it kind of like is. And I've seen some interviews with Fury and some stuff already, and he looks slimmed down, dude. He looks good. Like, he's definitely taking this fight seriously, for sure. Like, he's just not going in there like, oh, it's just some MMA guy and this and that. Like, he really looks like he's taking this thing serious. So, definitely be checking that out for sure. Kind of see how that goes. I'm just like, I'm interested in all things combat sports, whether it's boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, but I guess I'd more lean towards MMA and UFC. I follow them real heavy, but I do get into boxing and stuff too. If it's a good fight or something, I do enjoy watching a good boxing match. But yeah, like I said, this one here, I think it's probably going to end up playing out a lot like the Mayweather McGregor fight did. I could see Mayweather or Fury kind of just, you know, dancing around, toying with him a little bit for a few rounds, and then see how things go. And then as the fight goes on, I think he's going to turn up the pace a little bit, and I see him probably stopping it, TKO or a decision. So we'll talk about that a little more before it gets closer to the fight. I'm sure there's going to be a bunch more media and a bunch more clips coming out with them and interviews and everything. So and they're making a ton of money. Francis is probably making more money just in this one fight than he's made in his whole entire UFC career, probably. So he's definitely getting a huge payday. So, happy for him for that. He fought out his UFC contract. He took a big gamble on himself to put himself in this position. If he would have lost that last fight, or who knows what could have happened. I think he fought injured. He fought to the last till his contract. He went through his contract with the UFC and then didn't re-sign, and they offered him a ton of money as well. I think they would have made him like the highest paid heavyweight ever. And to walk away from something like that when you didn't even have anything fully locked in yet, that takes some balls for sure, man. There's no question about that. So the guy bets on himself every time, and he comes through and he wins every time too. So hey, you never know, man. Francis might go out there and shock a lot of people. He would shock me for sure if he wins, but even if he makes it a close, interesting fight, I'd still be shocked, to be quite honest. I just think Tyson is just too good. He's been boxing his whole life. And I don't even think it's going to be real close, to be honest with you. But like I said, Francis could surprise me. He surprised us in the past with some of his MMA fights, and just the story of his life is surprising. So it should be pretty interesting and something cool to watch. So we'll have a few more videos on it before Saturday, before the main card. So we'll see. If you guys could like the video, subscribe, that'd be great, and leave a comment in the comment section. Appreciate it. Bye.